was a girl from Hertfordshire singing about We're the Kids in America. I hadn't even been to America. No. No. Funny old world. Hadn't been to Cambodia either.
There was a shower in it. I was determined to put Kim in a shower.
Brian was asking me to do, sort of clench my fists and stuff under the shower. And I still, to this day, don't know really what that was supposed to mean. I did it, of course, as directed.
Good look.
The blonde hair out of a packet. Yeah.
No. Yeah. I like the dark hair. I think the dark hair is working for Kim Wilde. I was saying too early, wasn't it? Yeah, it looks very good.
Thank you, darling.
Well, guess who's never
It gets in your face a bit when you walk past.
Yeah, haircut time.
Serious haircut.
Yeah.
And could you use a car footwell mat? Because I found that in the undergrowth. It's all yours. Lovely geraniums. These are geraniums. I can recognise those. What are these ones down the end here, though? They look a bit different.
They're another geranium.
Oh, right.
Yeah, a different variety. I mean, they come in so many colours. They're tough old plants. Florals. Yeah, we've used quite a few in this garden. Really good Mediterranean plant.
Look the biz. Now, you seem to be excavating, Kim.
Yeah, I've been...
As I live and breathe.
What's happened? What's that?
Come into my hammock, love. These are 2 hammocks
Great.
from South America that you have got to incorporate.
It is, yeah, it's beautiful. We've got a spot for that over there in a sort of woodlandy, shady, moist area of the garden. And this is called Simica fuga rachmosa. These look a bit like the part, I've got paths a bit like this between my raised beds. So the thing is, they do need retaining, and you've got this crate for that. Yeah. So what did you put on the base? Come
hither, my queen.
Hello.
Moochin, moochin. I like being up here and you down there. What do you think of your garden? They're very lovely, but
they're all different colours. But they're all the same.
Good you, aren't they? Different colours.
Yeah.
Yes, that's for you at home with black and white tellies. They're different colours.
Actually, this is lovely, isn't it? Look at that beautiful bright. I've done that is because we're in a very small plot here, and I just wanted to try and create the illusion of a much wider and bigger space, and it certainly seems to do the trick here, especially here in the gravel.
They're all here, and they've got a lot to do. What are your first impressions?
Well, it's it's unbelievable mess, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
Is it one of the worst gardens you've ever seen?
I think it is. Yeah, it takes surprise.
Look what I've got here. Ta-da!
Beautiful. That is one of my favourite trees.
Fantastic, isn't it? But I always imagined... This is cool. Excellent.
Great, yeah.
Good. So we make rabbits happy, hopefully. As well as people who own trashy gardens.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. I only got one thing to say to you.
What?
Whoa!
No, you can always cut back shade, can't you?
You can, actually.
Yeah, so I think we might have to do that. Let some more light into the garden.
Have you got any inspiration? Kimbo! Oh, it's deeper than it looks in here, isn't it?
Yeah, watch me plant.
Oh, nearly landed on your axe. The garden has changed dramatically.
An abundant crop of berries on a Skimmia japonica. You must make sure you have a male and a female. Ask your local garden centre man for his opinion on that. And
what can you do with this? How do you go from a blank canvas like this into a beautiful garden?
Well, first of all, talk to whoever lives here. Find out what they want from their garden. That's really important.
Yeah, never mind. Doesn't matter.
No. Right.
This?
Swiftly moving on.
Yeah, indeed.
Good.
This?
Pachysandra, good ground cover. Lovely variegated leaf here. Contrast. And planting, of course, in between those areas. But we're lacking quite a few of the plants because they weren't won. So it's a real huge for this garden. We're going to get it out.
Excuse me, Kelly, love. These things... You can buy these at normal garden centres, can you?
Yeah.
I always break. May I say, Kimbo, you are looking gorgeous now you're dried out.
Oh, I know.
It looks such a mess when you're wet.
Oh, I know.
Unbelievable. Listen, I brought you a... It looks amazing, and I am so confident now that it isn't going to rain. I'm going to bin the raincoat. Sadly.
Right.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Bit of rubble there as well.
Yeah. That, you never know, it might come in useful.
Might be handy.
You never know. Yeah,
all right, you better crack on.
Right on, sure. You're not putting in something that you're not going to use. And I know that sounds really obvious, but it's a really good exercise to just sit down and say, right, I want to have some aromatic. And if you're sitting on this patio area with the sun coming down, that would be a really nice thing to plant sage and rosemaries and...
You're always trailing behind, aren't you, eh?
Don't know why. These shoes.
Do you like what you see?
Where? Oh, there.
There.
Absolutely lovely, perfect cottage garden material.
Stunning, but I was really surprised because I shoved them up Jules's nose to sniff them and they don't actually smell of anything.
No, but they make up for it more. Those slabs, they were going to go in the patio area. We've got some gravel. Hopefully we'll earn that. Will we earn that?
Well, the way things are going at the moment.
It doesn't look good.
Darling!
No.
Listen. They were going to throw this out, and I immediately thought of you. Because
What?
I thought you could put your designer knickknacks in here, your pencils.
Yeah,
all that
very
little-
hard for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move that just out of there for now a little bit, because you have carted out heaps of soil.
Oh, no,
here.
it's all worth the wait, isn't it?
It is. How do we get involved in this with the weather like this? Where's the summer? Right, you've got to come and do some judging now. Morning, Mrs.
Hello.
How you doing? Do you like slugs?
No.
Because this is Sid, and this is
Calistemon, this is an Australian plant. It likes
Is
a
it?
sunny position. We're going to put it over in our sunny raised bed over there.
What, over there.
Absolutely.
Let's see it. What exactly is an arbour?
It's what you sit under. It's to get out of that sun when it's really hot. We're going to put a reed screen over the top, so it's hopefully.
So have a couple of-
Earlier on, the celebrities are out in force. More of that in a moment, but if things look strangely quiet for a show that expects over 40,000 visitors a day, that's because the ground has been cleared. Hard work was the culmination of months of planning for everyone here at Chelsea. But the first hurdle is to get accepted by the Royal Horticultural Society to exhibit. We've just seen the Garden of Eden tipped for gold by a panel of expert amateurs. It's been designed and built by Leyhill Open Prison, and it's the biggest garden ever built. It's formium. So I think perhaps we might try and save that, put it elsewhere in the garden.
Right, so you could actually move it.
Well, we'll try, yeah.
All right.
Hopefully.
You're
We're going to
kidding.
cover it in a sort of sand cement mixture called
Right.
tufa, which you.
That's the stuff that the invaders just brought in, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
And
And
then
the lamb's tongue.
Yes.
And we gave them a great big clump of it, and they've divided it up. And I think it looks like the cat's been helping as well. Look. Whoa.
Hello.
Right. So what do you reckon?
Then at 1 o'clock this morning, a result. The newspapers had to be told in time for today's editions, but the exhibitors had to wait just a little bit longer. 3.5 acres of the world's most perfect blooms, millions of flowers. This is Rhodes and Rockcliffe Stand, specialises in begonias. It'd have to be a Japanese garden.
That's exactly what I need after a day at Chelsea.
A week.
That's just about all we have time for from the RHS Chelsea Flower Show, supported by Merrill Lynch Investment.
Mark, dear.
How are you?
Yeah,
Look at that.
really
Isn't she
well.
lovely? She brings my coat, and you haven't even got one yourself, but I
No.
don't care. I'll just whip that on like that while you survey.
Mark.
There's an aggressive streak in you, isn't there?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Oh, don't give the woman a hammer when she's angry. Now, look at this. Isn't that the tree delivered? The trouble I had getting this down the side of the house, but it is gorgeous.
No. Oh, it is. This is beautiful. It's called a Nasogrysium, or paperbark maple, because of the way it peels off.
Dangerous coming through there, you know.
It is, isn't
We
it?
can't afford to lose invaders.
No.
Have you ever seen a garden with its own curtain pole?
Well, but, you know, they can be very useful. Absolutely beautiful. They're lovely,
I think
aren't
they are stunning. That is such a delicate
Look
flower.
at those little chocolate blobs there. Absolutely gorgeous.
Really, really is beautiful.
Native ivy. I think there should be one in every garden. They brighten up a dull and uninteresting wall. Beautiful evergreen cloak to show off other plants. It's a great plant. I'm here in the Elements Garden, which is my favourite courtyard garden. And we're just admiring these floating spheres here, which apparently work on the same artefacts. Now you might notice this lonely peg here. There was a pair of rather big pants, and you'll be intrigued to know that 2 nights ago someone came in poor. How about one of these amazing sundials? For thousands of years, this was the most accurate way for man to tell the time, and you can have your very own one in your garden.
The garden's full with invaders. There's not a lot of space in here.
There isn't, is there? It's a small little place. That's good.
Do you like my bit of trellis?
Yes. Beautiful. What a lovely flowering colour, beautiful colour. Look at that. So
And methinks the bees will like this.
Oh, I think they'll love it, won't they?
Indeed. So now, big changes.
To be fair.
To be fair.
So I think really, on the whole, you should win most of the prizes. Perhaps we'll just because it's not perfect and because I know otherwise. Hello.
Well, you've got to keep jogging, haven't you? Because
Yeah.
they do. So you know,
right.
you don't run anywhere, do you? Because
No.
it's so laid back.
I am a bit, aren't I?
Hey.
Oh.
What about?
It's not difficult at all. It's hardy. It's clump forming, and it likes a very sunny situation. So we've got a really good spot for it in this garden. Especially one that you don't have to tread into. Is that you don't compact the soil. If you compact the soil, then you don't encourage the root growth on these little plants. And also, if the soil is compacted, because actually I feel I feel the genius loci is speaking to me in this garden.
The who?
I can feel a good feeling
Bring
here.
you little plants.
Lovely.
Oh, well, you found that.
Yes.
In the garden?
Yes.
Look at that, perfect.
Oh, look, that's great. Actually, that's not really where it's going to go, is it? No. Once the flower panicles come up in the summer, they get really tall.
The what?
You know, the
Panicles?
panicles, yeah. Well, I don't
That's
actually...
a great word. What's that?
Well, it's because they're
Little
kind of...
corner here.
Hello!
Now listen,
Yeah.
this has got to be a partnership corner.
Really?
Yeah, it's all to do with something that Sam wants. Last question right, sadly, which means no wood, no paint, no choices, no budlier.
Oh, no. Oh,
What are you going to do?
A bit of a letdown because we were going to use that to build a pergola and to edge our path, but instead of using the wood, we've decided to use the cobbles, which are doing a really good job at retaining.
Have you ever known? We don't mind ugly. The people who live here, Nacho and Louise, watch slug races.
Beautiful.
Nice, isn't it? Oh no! Oh no! That's Sid, the celebrity slug. No, get him back. Oh, God.
Pleased with this decking. Hopefully later we'll get some time to paint a lovely diamond shape on it, and the reason we want to do that is because this path is made
What about the planting? Is there going to be loads of plants and huge herbaceous borders and things?
Well, no, I think you're thinking maybe we're going cottage gardening, which we're
Could
not
be.
today, actually.
To survive?
Yes, I mean, we were going to put some climbers around this little wigwam here. I mean, these willow withies, the uprights,
The
which we...
path is looking much more than I thought it would be. I thought you were just going to have kind of loose cobbles in it.
Well, we've actually I'm just tampering them actually into the cement. So what we've done is a Wendy house, somewhere for the children to play down there, somewhere you can keep an eye on them when you're in the kitchen, somewhere for the grown-ups to sit, a nice courtyard here.
Seeds.
Yeah, nice and bright. It's pretty shady down here.
What have you got planned for the rest of this area?
Well, where you're standing, we're going to have the children's playhouse.
You must be shattered.
What a day! What a day! What a
Exhausted.
garden!
Unbelievable, but fantastic transformation. I mean, it is hard to believe.
Cheers.
I'll be with you in a minute now, Mrs.
It will look beautiful.
Why is this still here?
Well, because it's giving privacy to next door as well as here, and it's got ivy. But what it could benefit from is a scarifying. You can actually hire an electric scarifier, which will take all this sort of thatch, all this
Hopefully
dead
that'll
grass.
give a big waft of smell over the patio as well.
That's right.
Should be really nice. And this is just your standard.
This is
Compost and soil, is it?
Yeah, compost and soil, and we're going to add some Madonna. And I don't know, there was just what it was, a look in her eye, or the fact that I'd heard her records, or I knew as soon as I saw her, I thought, oh wow, this one's going to change everything. I wasn't really sure how I felt about that.
It is a garden you can walk through completely, isn't it? It has that added magic. Where did this idea of coming under a giant tree evolve from?
Yeah, the tunnel, of course, when Alice goes down the tunnel. We wanted to recreate that feeling of going down into his career. Was very much that it was his job, and he was very, very fortunate to be able to do that and to be paid for something he loved to do. And so he always instilled in, Ricky and I, that sort of work ethic about being a pop star. It wasn't actually about being a pop star at all. In fact, that was kind of... We're not spending any time outside, and after nearly sort of 17, 18 years of being, pretty successful and going around the world, I felt really claustrophobic and kept I'd be in planes looking outside and I'd
Wishing
be in cars,
outside.
whizzing by and thinking...
You've won. You've done it.
Anyway.
Oh, listen, well done. That is just fantastic.
I always wanted to, make records and have success, and when it happened, I just ran with it and worked really hard and just played really hard and had a great time.
I loved her. I loved Kids in America.
Kids in America, brilliant.
Are of a sun-loving kind, and they would like well-drained soil, and if they have to deal with all that wet, damp weather through the winter, they may not survive, so you may have wasted lots of money on all your nice new little baby plants. So I would delay planting until spring, and such plants as Euphorbia mercenitis. If gardening was gone on, it's kind of like she'd had some religious experience, and everyone was going, what's happened to Kim? She's got rid of her blonde hair. she's got rid of her makeup. She's got her hands in the earth. What's happened to her? You know, like something really dramatic, but it wasn't actually very dramatic. You know, I'm sure it'll do really well, but you know, I have no idea. And all the people who are on it, most of whom I bought their records, so I'm sort of looking forward to being in the audience as well.
Who else is going to be there?
There's Paul Young, Go West, Heaven 17, Ben from Curiosity, as you said, Carol from To Power, and Nick Hayward.
I love you, I love you, I love you.
His treatment of that particular record is really strong, really valid, and stands next to the previous renditions of it, equally as strong.
Together forever is true. And don't you know, you sure as hell knew how to make a fool out of me. Well, you cut me down for the things you want.
Yeah, it'd be nice to sort of, you know, be amongst them.
Yeah. Is it your first live tour since supporting Michael Jackson?
Yeah. Actually, no, it's not actually. I did Greatest Hits in '95.
So have you been practicing at home? Have you done any vocal work?
Not much, no, not really. We've got Paul Young, Heaven 17, Go West, obviously Carol and myself, and Nick Hayward from Haircut 100, and Ben from Curiosity. So
he's back.
He's back, yeah. He's lovely. He's very tall, isn't he?
He's very tall and he hasn't aged a day.
No,
Is he not
he's
still
very
wearing the hat?
gorgeous. Really good. It would be good for me, you know, because then I could spend the whole year gardening, looking after the kids, doing all that kind of stuff, and then at the end of the year, you know, sort of go on my sort of crash, sort of looking after myself regime, running, losing a few pounds, getting into the strides.
Indeed.
It could be a really good way of doing a bit of weight management, actually.
So do you have the leather trousers that you can do?
Oh, look at you. You look like a lovely country girl. Look at those fingers, ladies and gentlemen. Look, nice and red. There you go, on the beetroot.
It's a bit Dracula-ish.
It is the downside, isn't it, a little bit? When you're peeling beetroots and stuff, your fingers get all red.
J'ai commencé à écrire des chansons avec mon frère Ricky, mais j'avais beaucoup de chance. On a fait un disque qui s'appelait Kids in America.
Quand j'ai commencé, je tenais vraiment à faire carrière. Je voulais être une pop star. J'ai eu beaucoup de chance, j'avais 20 ans, tout a démarré très vite, c'était génial et j'avais beaucoup de succès. Mais il y a 5 ans,
avec qui que ce soit, je devrais en faire la promotion, mais je ne peux pas pour mes enfants. Ils sont tous les deux si jeunes et je sais que c'est le prix à payer. C'est très tentant, j'adore la musique et j'aimerais faire un nouvel album. Mais le problème, c'est que je dois rester avec mes enfants, donc je ne peux pas le faire.
Non, je n'ai pas envie de reprendre tout ça maintenant. Pas du tout. Je n'en ai pas fini avec mes études d'horticulture, et puis je veux m'occuper un peu de mes enfants. Ce best-of, c'est une parenthèse. Ensuite, je vais...
Hon heter Kim Wilde. The very best of Kim Wilde med nya hitten Loved. The very best of Kim Wilde.
Retrouvez la plus grande star des années 80. Kim Wilde, le best-of.
Kids in America?
In the puzzle also we could find the name Brother? Broer?
Yeah, because I work with him, he produces and writes all my hits, and yeah.
Then...
I love you, I love you, I love you.
And all these arenas with Paul Young and Heaven 17 and Go West, and had a really good time. And Ian Mai caught wind of it and said, you know, do you want to put out a best-of at the same time? So I thought, well, why not? I've had a nice break now, about 5 years, 6 years from music, and I thought it might be fun.
One step at a time. You have no reason for doubting your feelings. Love isn't always the same. You are love. You are love. You are love. You are love. You get out my life. Why don't you, baby? 'Cause you don't really love me. You just keep me hanging on.
Est-ce qu'elle a bien chanté?
Oh, c'est super, absolument. Parfait.
C'est pas une chanson facile, comme ça, c'est assez haut. Weihnachtsbäume gibt, hat sich bis England herumgesprochen. Und auch der Christbaumschmuck hat es ihr angetan.
Wie hübsch. Hier mache ich eine kleine Kerze rein und hänge sie draußen auf. Sieht bestimmt schön aus.
Bei den Briten darf es
Take all your goodness and shyness away. I'll tell you the things I've been longing to say. I'll break it to you just so you understand the force and control that